Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing: single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the new 117 series Bottled in Bond offering. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guest, Katie Joyce. That's going to mix you guys' names. Katie Joyce and Kathy Cool, and unfortunately, not Tim Swyatt.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hello.
So yes, Tim Swyatt is supposed to be here today, and I don't know, a little while ago he sent me a message that he's out, and we were talking, and we decided to utilize his sick note to realize, is this enough? What do we think? And I sent it over to Beka for her dramatic reading of Tim's sick note. What do you got?
Unfortunately, I'm going to be out tonight. Got something that has me running a fever and no voice. Apologize for the short notice. Been a mess all weekend. I don't know why that's my Tim Swyatt voice. That wasn't like from Chicago at all.
You need the Chicago.
I need to work on my Chicago accent. I mean,
what do you think, Beka?
I've just been a mess all weekend. A mess.
You think he's being dramatic there?
I mean, he sounds. I mean, okay. Let's also clarify here. We got 3 girls on the show. Yeah. Man sickness.
Oh yeah,
woman sickness. Yeah. Like, I would love to talk to Diane and find out, like, Dan, like how bad is he truly? And she'll be like, he's literally just being a baby.
Yes.
He hasn't left the couch, and he's out. Can you bring me some soup, my love? And they always, oh, honey, I just need some cuddles. Will you give me a forehead kiss, please? And it's always, that's how it goes with the male cold is just the most pathetic thing.
Do you think if Diane had the same thing, but she was scheduled to be on, she'd be here tonight?
She'd be on. She'd be here going, yep. So yeah, guys, sorry, I've got a little bit of a cold tonight. The bourbon will probably fix me up.
Yeah.
That's what Diane would say.
Yeah, not Tim. It's a whole production with Tim. Yeah.
I've caught the chill.
Can I have another blankie?
He's been a mess all weekend. He's been a mess. He's admitted it's blown his whole weekend because he's
a mess. Anytime I say it's been a mess, it's because I've been like violently drunk.
Yeah. But I bet you Diane had a list of shit for him to do this week. He probably didn't have anything going on. She had a list for him to do, and all of a sudden, like, well, he's sick. There's nothing he can do then.
We need to prune the trees.
All these chores, but he's sick.
We're pruning the trees. We're gonna edge the yard. I really need us to touch up that the paint on all the outside of the house. We have some chips. I've come down with the black lung. On his deathbed, for sure. You can just read it in his text.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
but
serious
just
stuff.
keep going with it. It's like, oh, well, if you're too sick for this list of chores, and certainly you're too sick to get online and drink bourbon with your friends.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's Sunday night. He's going to make it to work tomorrow. It's Sunday night. Oh, so you're going to podcast? No, I probably can't podcast either.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve. Short notice. Can't make it on.
Yeah. Yeah. He got called out, and the only way he could, justify what he did is to call out tonight for this. He wanted to do the podcast, I bet.
He would have podcasted.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he missed out on
He would
chores.
have done a lot of research too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well.
Could have at least sent us his research notes.
Yeah, right?
Like,
You could send us some information. What a jerk.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't need to act like us, because believe me, we call him out anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, his wife doesn't listen, so. Yeah. Kathy, your mom was starting listening. Is she still listening, or did she give up because there was no video?
She gave up before. First of all, she still can't figure out how to find it.
Okay.
So
No problem.
she listened to it, and it went on for about 30 seconds, and she goes, "Why can't I see your faces?"
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "Because it's a podcast, Mom." And she goes, "But if there's no pictures, well, I'm not really interested." And I'm like, "That's fantastic."
Yeah, that's good news.
I can imagine a better, better summation right there.
Isn't that how she grew up? Listening
Sure, listen to the radio, the Lone Ranger show on the radio. Yeah, she loved that show. Yeah.
She's gotten spoiled. Yeah,
Here comes the Lone Ranger. I mean, like sound effects, but she can't deal with our stupid fucking voices.
She can't.
I get it, but
and that's a good thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
If she heard I cuss in front of her, but still, she'd be like, "Oh, do you really need to say that in front of other people?"
Yeah. Sometimes you talk about your mom on here. You don't want her digging back through the archive.
I know, right?
That's for sure. You don't need that.
God forbid.
Yeah.
8:30 in the morning graduation where she's freezing and.
Right. Oh yeah.
I have to stop talking shit about customers because I give them my card afterwards. Like, I'm going to listen. And I'm like, shit.
Okay. Right.
By the way, I love you guys if you're listening right now.
Not talking about you.
Right.
I wasn't talking about you. It was the other ones that I bitched about to you.
Right. Oh, I wish the Zero lady would listen because I want her to show up again.
God, zero. I did not tell her that I had a podcast because she'd be trying to phone in.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Katie. Katie, what do you got?
Well, I have many options for new bottles tonight since I finally went by the barrel shop. And
Oh, yeah.
So she's got she's got bottles for the next 27 shows.
yes. I'm good for the next 5 times we record now. So I am going to start with one of these that has the plastic easily removable.
Now, did Darren call you and say, hey, because you said you're going to come in on the weekend, so I thought we'd see you on Friday or Saturday. Did Darren call you and say, hey, come in on Sunday? Because he likes when it counts when he's there by himself because he likes to have his register numbers high. So
he did not. My intention was to come in on Saturday, but it didn't work out.
Oh.
And so that crossed my mind when I went in today. I was like, well, this worked out for Darren then.
Yeah. It's like, I noticed he's on the phone with customers. He's like, Sunday's a great day to come in. We're it's good. Less waiting. Yeah, come on in. And I'm like, I know why you said that. He's like, all right, I know. But yeah.
He's like, well, at least they're coming in. Okay.
Shameless.
Right. Yeah, it is shameless.
All right. I'm starting off with Horse and Jockey.
Okay. That's a great one. Taconic. Oh, that's really good.
It was really good. I feel like it came before the actual.
Which is so funny because we just had a show that I just played where we accused you of cheating shenanigans. So, yeah.
It's like the reverse of real life where you see you see the lightning before you hear the thunder, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's reverse on podcasts. Yeah.
Reverse. Okay. Fair
You
enough.
hear the
Not her little button that she just hit before she did that.
Yeah.
No.
Time delay.
All right. Okay.
Watching the time go down on my screen. I'm like, and pull. Okay.
All right. I've got a selection from Ragged Branch here. This is their signature bourbon whiskey. So, well-loved bottle. Well-loved.
Okay, I got that today too.
Oh, nice. Here we go. Slide on the set. That was a legit terrible. I couldn't get the cork out. And then it barely squeaked, and then the slosh went all the way up to the. It almost splashed out. It went up so high, so I'm not even in this thing at all. So Katie has the lead. Beka, you can go next.
I guess I'll go with my bottle that has the least. All of my bottles are pretty well loved, but this is my most well loved for tonight's selection, which I've got some old Jet Brothers from Neely Family Distillery. This is our Portuguese Madeira wine barrel finish.
Okay.
I don't expect much out of it, honestly.
Okay. All
right, Katie.
It's second place. Yeah. Kathy, you're next.
Okay, I wanted to find something that I have that is bottled in bond, since we're going to talk about a bottled in bond. And I found my Old Monroe Weeder.
Okay. Okay. Also very good.
Good.
Some squeak there, but Katie's was louder. Katie's was definitely louder.
I think if
Kathy's
Kathy had a mic,
all right,
Kathy's could have won that one. It was pretty loud. Yeah, but she doesn't have a mic, so that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
That's on Kathy's control there. So, cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Ding.
Look at this cool new glass I got. It's like a little fishbowl from Hemingway whiskey.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
like
adorable. I like it.
You should throw some Swedish fish in there.
Yeah, it's nice. It's kind of thick too. It's not, some of those are so thin, but this is nice.
I like it.
A couple Swedish fish and I'll be set. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about this new bottled and bond from Old Forester from the 117 series. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Kathy Cool, and I can't wait to pet your goat. And you're listening to the ABV Network.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Old Forester's 117 Bottled in Bond.
Yes, we are. So the 117 series started out as picks that Jackie did and were released through the gift shop at the Old Forester Distillery on Main Street in Louisville. And then, of course, Jackie leaves the company, so they've got to get they got to do something else. So what they kind of start doing is doing some unique offerings. So stored in a certain place in the warehouse, whatever. I don't follow the 117 everything that they've done with that. I actually never have even got a bottle of that. I've been to OldFo, but not when they've ever had that out. And but the latest one is a bottled in bond. So it's the second bottled in bond offering in the lineup. They have the 1897, part of their Whiskey Rose series, that is a bottled in bond, and then this one, the famous Old Foe Signature 100, is not bottled in bond; it's just 100 proof. But so this represents the second thing in their current lineup. What do you think of this one? What do you think about the 117 series now coming in a bottled in bond?
I like it with the assumption that I would ever be able to actually find it and buy it, which isn't going to happen. But, you know, aside from that fact, which is incredibly frustrating, it sounds fantastic.
Right.
I'm really excited for those 12 people to actually get their hands on it.
All 12 of them we are very excited for. Yeah.
Yes. Very excited for them.
Yeah. It's tough to get. Now, that being said, would you be a little disappointed if you came in and they said, "Oh, we got this one," and you end up getting the bottle and bond? Because again, they're only going to have so much; it's going to be on there. The other ones have been, cast strength, so they've been higher proof and stuff like that. Versus this one, it's just going to be 100. Is that okay?
I am not a fan of bottled. Like I appreciate bottled and bond. I appreciate everything bottled and bond stands for.
Right.
I don't think that there's anything fully wrong with bottled and bond, but me personally, I am not going to get a bottled and bond product. I know that we have like 2 in our gift shop right now. We're going to probably do some more. But just me personally, it's not my vibe. I'm not going to buy a bottled and bond. Let
me do some deductive logic here. So I know you to like high proof whiskey, barrel strength, and I know you to like low proof whiskey, like 80 proof Old Grandad. And I assume you like the high proof. That's what you enjoy drinking. But if you're going to go on a drinking session, you like to go a little bit lower proof. So it sounds like the 100 is somewhere in between. And you're like, why do I need something in between? Happen. Right.
You don't know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen when I'm drinking a bottle and bottle, or when I'm drinking, full like barrel strength. Like I know what's going to happen. I know when it's going to happen. I know the time it's going to take to happen. I know how it's going to. I know how it's going to set in. 4. I know what's going to go on. 80 proof. I'm like, okay, 80 proof water. Mm-hmm. That's walk around. That's daytime bourbon. It's walk around bourbon is what I like to call it. You can wake up, take a swig of it if you really needed to. You're still fine. You can drink it all day long. If you want to add to a cocktail, you can. You're not going to get trashed because it's 80 proof. Once again, virtually water at this point. So I know what's going to happen with 80 proof, but 100 is right at that point of like, well, sure, I could drink it all. Like, yeah, surely to God, it's only 20 proof points higher. I mean, I'm surely I'll be fine.
Right.
No, I won't be fine. I'll get trashed way easier, but I won't think that because it tastes like it's 80 proof.
Oh.
I'm going to drink a bottle in bond like it's 80 proof, and I'm going to get trashed like it's 115.
Okay.
I feel like I just had a life lesson from Beka.
Right.
And realized that I may have been making a mistake.
Another concern is when you've got this, so you got this 100 proof that's drinking really, really easy because we're so used to drinking the high proof, or if we wanted to go, we go down to the 80 for, like Beka's saying. The problem with this, it comes in a 375. So tiny bottle.
Finish it.
I feel like with a tiny bottle, I take bigger
all.
pours. I don't know why, but I pour more and then those go so quick.
And then you finish
I'm telling you, I burned through that thing in 1 second.
375s at 100 proof?
I'm going to drink the whole thing.
That is a single serve bottle.
Right.
You have to finish that. And then, like I said, you're like, it's only 100 proof. It's drinking like water. I'm going to be fine. No, you are going to be trashed. You have to be careful with that because 100 proof is strong.
Exactly.
Like it is actually
It's like when
strong.
I go to the store and I get the big grab Doritos, not the snack size, I get the big grab size, and it's if you look at the back, it says 2.5 servings. No, I mean that one serving. There ain't no way. I've never in my life it's been like I'll roll this up and I'll get to that later. No, I'm going to finish that whole damn bag. I'm going to drink that whole 375.
If all of a sudden that bottle is down to a third, like to a fourth left, you'll go, oh my God, it's not like I'm going to be trashed. And then you finish it and you're trashed.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the danger. That's really what I'm trying to say is bottled in bond is dangerous because it does not drink like whiskey that I'm used to. When I'm drinking higher proof stuff, I seriously do drink it slower because it has more of a bite to it, a little bit more of a burn. It reminds me of the proof. And I go,
it's like, hey, it elbows you, hey, here I am.
That's 120. Better drink that slow. Small sips. That's all right. But 100 proof, I'm like, should I chug this entire bottle?
Right. You're drinking it. You're
that I
already
won't
thinking about
die.
your next pour. Yeah. You're like, okay.
Make a
all right.
single cocktail. You're just like, okay, well, there's that bottle. What do I have next?
Like I'm pouring something like a full glass of wine for bottled and bond. I'm like, oh, it's 120. I'll just have a little splash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have fun being fucking drunk as shit, Beka.
Now, Katie, you right away came out and said you love the idea. Is Beka swayed you at all, or at least made you think about things a little differently?
I agree that it's dangerous, but I like to live life on the edge. So
you're still in, yeah. I mean, I'm still in too. I believe me, if I see one of these, I'm going to buy the damn thing, of course.
Are you going to buy it to flip it or buy it to drink it?
No, I don't flip it.
Don't flip anything. I will come and smash the bottle out of your hands if any of you buy anything for flipping. Like, oh, that's it? No whiskey for you. Smash it on the ground. No one can enjoy it now. You've ruined it.
But the caveat being, say I win one of these raffles and I get to buy a 23-year-old Happy, and someone's like, I'll give you $6,000 for it. That's tough for me if I'm spending $300 not to sell it for $6,000. I don't want to flip things, but I also like $6,000.
How about this? How about you donate it to a charity event that makes a bunch of money for charity, and then you take off the value of $6,000 off your taxable income?
Maybe
as your donation. I feel like
I'd rather have $6,000.
Me too.
I'll donate to the charity.
I'm not a flipper.
I'll donate to your charity, Katie. if I suddenly find myself with a $6,000 windfall.
I feel like it's a workaround though, because I'm so much against.
I'm 1,000% against flipping, but I'm not against $6,000.
If you won it in a raffle as well, I feel like that's like if it would just like walk to the store and you're like, oh, that's a good price. I'm going to empty out this shelf and go flip them. I feel like that's a different mentality than I came across this bottle in a raffle. The situation is a little different. We're splitting hairs at that point, but I think I would have to open it right away just so that no one can offer me $6,000 anymore.
Yeah.
I walk out the door and I'm like, pop. Well, I have to record it,
Sorry, can't tell it. Don't even offer it. Don't even tell me the price you pay.
I would love to know what Katie would do, because some of these they do. It's an event, so you're there, and then there's the people that wait around because they want to see who wins, and they might have that $6,000 cash, and they're hey, I see you won that.
I'm 1,000%.
Here's my question.
Could do is $100 a pour, and I can make at least 600. I'll give out 6 pours of it.
Okay.
Or does it depend on how many bottle and bond pours you've had to make you not think quite straight enough and grab that $6,000?
I feel like the more I've had to drink, the less I take $6,000, because I feel like it's the logical part of my brain that's like, you idiot, it's $6,000 and this is whiskey. Take it. But if I've been drinking, I'm like, no, it's my precious.
Yeah,
like,
if I'm bottle and bond pours, Katie's also like,
against that guy's head.
I'm going to chug this bottle of Happy 23. I just fuck your $6,000, light it on fire. I'm chugging this right now.
How many here have been so drunk they joined the Rockefeller family? I mean, I have, certainly.
Wait, what does that mean?
Everything.
You're spending all your money?
Yeah.
Steve Rockefeller over here. Yes.
Yep. Does everyone want shots in the bar?
It all sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
There's some homeless guy outside.
I know Royce has
should
told
get
me
him a
about that
hotel
stuff.
room.
Yeah, he's in line for pizza. He buys like the next 10 people's pizzas or something. And then the next day he's like, fuck, I was drunk. I bought everybody pizza.
How do we do that?
Yeah, it was Royce Rockefeller. That's why. It wasn't Royce Neely. Yeah. It happens.
Old Rolls Royce.
Yeah. That's one of the dangerous sides. Yeah, for sure. All right.
That's the other danger of bottle and bond.
Exactly.
That's what happens.
You'll turn you into a Rockefeller. You got to be careful. That's a Rockefeller bourbon right there.
For about 12 hours.
I think we just came up with something new. I feel like what we just came up with there, a Rockefeller whiskey or Rockefeller bourbon, is something we're going to be talking about now forever. You know how these things fall into the Bourbon Daily stuff where our audience talks about them. I think that could be one. Yeah.
And this might be one that I remember.
The Egyptian Sandcat. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
It's the new Egyptian Sandcat.
All right. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we're starting with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, KK Cask Strength.
KT.
You can find me very disappointed in my search for Old Forester 117 bottled and bond on my internet results for the current cost, and also over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, is abvnetwork.com. That's the one you got to check out. Everything that we do is out there. We put all those previous shows or blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. And come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. Katie just did. She apparently saw us today. So, yeah, we appreciate that.
So everyone can stop shaming me.
Right. No more shaming.
The only reason she showed up.
A little bit.
Yeah. Tripping over. She's got, 2 boxes in a bag.
Or Acer pulled boxes out from underneath the table, and we could take bets on how many trips it took us out to the car to load it all up. That's how we were done.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate that. So come by and see us. At least sign up for email text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Farness will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you're in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com, and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.